What up, everybody? This is Gil Lowry from the Onyx Truth Podcast, and you were listening to my homeboy T. Wilson from the What Up Doe Show. So keep it locked, fam.
Give me a sip of water. It's the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. It's time to recognize if you don't know. It's the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. It's time to recognize if you don't know.
The What Up Doe Show. Your commentary on sports, entertainment, and alternative news.
Hey, come on with it. You know what it is. Hey, it's What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. Yo, what up, there? It's your boy T. Wilson. I am live on a Thursday morning, and I'm sorry I didn't get to do my show yesterday, but it is what it is, and it happens sometimes. I got a very, 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 very long list of birthdays this morning, so I'm going to hop right to it so that I can get through all of these names. First and foremost, I got on this list, I got my boy Darnell Sanders. What's up, Darnell? I got Don Beasy. What up, though, Don? That's my son's cousin over there. What up, though, Don? Don Beasy. Don Bo. What the deal is. Also, Melvin Bates. I got old homie from the hood, Brian Pollard. Used to be a basketball player. I think he played for Minnesota. Also, I got the beautiful and unfathomable Coco B. Smooth. Ophelia Robinson. Also, my boy Robert Johns. James Hodges. What up, though, James? James 6'8". My man Kendall Butler. What's going on, Kendall? Kendall used to be the big kid. So big, it's picture heavy. And also, I got to say happy birthday to the beautiful Tanya Bradley. Happy birthday to all of y'all. So that's all of the birthdays I got for you today. So on that note, let's go ahead and get this party started.
What Up Doe Sports.
After taking on a reduced role with the Golden State Warriors on their path to an NBA championship, David Lee has been traded to the Boston Celtics for Gerald Wallace. That's not too bad. That gives them a little more toughness down low, a little more grit, instead of just Draymond Green trying to hold that down all by his lonesome. For Golden State, that is. For Boston, I don't know what that does. For Boston, I think that's more of a help for David Lee than it is for Boston. David Lee gets an opportunity to redeem himself and remake a name for himself again. Because it was a time when he was in New York, he was the truth. And I'm having a little trouble with my screen right now, so I'm just like talking at the same time that I'm working. But this might be a good fit for David Lee. Boston is a great basketball town, and might be an opportunity for him to get his groove back. We shall see. You know who else went to Boston?
These nuts. Got him! Got him!
The LA Clippers pulled a power move on the doggone Dallas Mavericks.
Hibbity-hoopla!
Traveling to Houston, where DeAndre Jordan was working out, and intercepting him from the Mavericks. Yes, the LA Clippers traveled, the owner, the coach, and the whole team in tow. According to the Los Angeles Clippers official Twitter account, it worked. And DeAndre Jordan is returning to the team less than a week after reportedly agreeing to terms on a 4-year, $80 million deal with the Dallas Mavericks.
Hibbity hoopla!
While Jordan had previously agreed to a deal with the Dallas Mavericks to return to his home state of Texas, the NBA's moratorium period prohibited him from physically inking a deal or even verbally stating his intentions. New York Giants defensive end Jason Pierre-Paul had his right index finger removed Wednesday and a skin graft performed on much of his right hand and forearm. But the injury that could keep him out the longest is far more mundane.
Down!
Pierre-Paul also has a fracture in his right thumb and may have other fractures in his remaining fingers and hand after a fireworks accident Saturday night. Pierre-Paul had surgery early this week on the hand to repair the fractures, placing pins in at least the thumb. The fractures could keep Pierre-Paul from practicing for at least 6 weeks. As for the amputation of his index finger, the decision to remove it was based on the fact that it will allow Pierre-Paul to return earlier.
Down!
Pierre-Paul made headlines for a 4th of July fireworks accident, but he wasn't alone. Somebody else got their hand blew off over the weekend.
These nuts. Ha! Got him! Ha! Got him!
No, really. Tampa Bay Buccaneers cornerback C.J. Wilson experienced a similar incident. Wilson is problematic, though, because he's not as good as JPP, so he's in trouble. C.J. Wilson experienced a similar incident. Wilson was set to compete for a spot on the Bucs roster after appearing in just 2 games for the team last season. He seemed to be a lock, but his opportunity to do that may now be in jeopardy. Wilson lost 2 fingers on one hand in a 4th of July fireworks accident. The 2 fingers lost are the index finger and the middle finger. The injury is career-threatening, and I'd call that the most expensive fireworks he's ever paid for.
What Up Doe Entertainment?
R. Kelly worked his brother Bruce Kelly to the bone 144 hours a week. Bruce says he never got a dime and is now blowing the whistle on the singer with the state of Illinois. Bruce says his younger brother hired him in March as a personal assistant and driver. Excuse me. And they had a verbal agreement for $700 a week. Bruce would do food runs and chauffeur R. Kelly, but the brotherly love faded after Bruce started working overtime without seeing any green. With the greenbacks, bro. Where's the greenbacks, bro? Bruce says he sometimes had to wait up to 12 hours in the car for R. Kelly and never got any sleep. He spoke to R. Kelly about the $11,000 in back pay he was owed, but baby bro didn't give a damn. Bruce says he put his foot down after 3 months because he's not working for nobody, not even his brother, for free.
That's some bullshit!
Guess who Donald Trump is out to sue now?
These nuts. Ha! Got him! Ha! Got him!
He now has a problem with the celebrity chef who was going to help him open his fancy new hotel in Washington, D.C. Jose Andres is yanking his planned flagship restaurant. The famed chef and Spanish immigrant announced he's cutting ties with the new Trump International Hotel due to Donald's now infamous comments about Mexican immigrants. Andres said Trump's remarks make it impossible for my company and I to move forward. Andres, who recently became a U.S. citizen, was planning to open his flagship restaurant in the hotel. Donald Trump Jr. immediately threatened legal action against Andres, pointing out that he signed a 10-year lease, and due to an exclusivity clause, he can't open a restaurant anywhere else in D.C.
That's some bullshit!
I've got news for you, Trump. It's pretty big country outside of D.C. So don't worry, Andres. There's plenty places that you can open up a restaurant and still make a whole lot of freaking money. Not far away from D.C. is a little town called New York. Yeah, you can make a lot of money opening up shop there. I guarantee you that, buddy. Guarantee you that. Tyga, the rapper Tyga, not Tiger Woods. You know, Tyga, the one that's got the underage girlfriend. He's getting federal backup in his mission to nail the person who leaks photos of his exposed penis. Supposedly, the person that did it was
These nuts. Ha! Got him! Ha! Got him!
Oh boy, I think can you tell I'm happy about that one? I'm just kind of these nuts happy this morning. Anyway, Tyga's legal team notified the FBI about the photos, which recently popped up on a blog post claiming Tyga sent them during a sexting session. Which he did, but not to the person who had the photos. His attorney, Lee Hutton, says they went to the feds because they believe the images were hacked either from Tyga or someone with whom he intentionally shared the pics. That's right, you guessed it.
These nuts.
Hutton says they've already obtained the email that was sent to multiple media outlets, including the blog that posted the story. They traced it in hopes of getting closer to
These nuts. Ha! Got him! Ha! Got him!
What Up Doe News?
Oh, that is stupid McNupid, man. In Louisville, Kentucky, a Jeep seen driving around Louisville area is turning heads for an unusual reason. It looks like a skeleton is driving. Mr. Bones, a prop skeleton belonging to mechanic Andrew Johnson, has become a regular sight driving Johnson's Jeep around Louisville and the surrounding area. Johnson said the driving skeleton was born out his affection for the Jeep, which has its steering wheel and pedals on the right side, which is the passenger side for cars in the U.S. Johnson installed a fake steering wheel in front of the left front seat, and hired Mr. Bones as his fake driver. I get everything from screams to, man, that's fantastic, Johnson told the What Up Doe Show. It's just all in fun. Just to make people smile. If I scared anybody, I apologize. Johnson said Mr. Bones was originally a temporary feature of the Jeep 2 Halloweens ago, but locals demanded his return.
7:30.
Come experience pop culture from the dark side. On the 7:30 show with me, Latone Heart.
I need my cigar on this.
Available on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn, Betamax, and VHS.
Yo, what's up with your boy?
I'm just a man with a fork in a world full of soup. No, I don't need no damn medicine.
Latone Heart. He may need medicine.
Check me out on the 7:30 Show podcast.
Who said Canadians aren't tough?
These nuts. Ha! Got him! Ha! Got him!
In Uselet, British Columbia, a man who saw a cougar grab his dachshund in his mouth, ran up to the animal, and punched it in the face.
Break yourself, fool!
Sean Hansen said his 1-year-old dog Bailey was accompanying him on a fishing trip last week when a cougar grabbed the canine in his mouth and started to run. Hansen ran after the predator and quickly caught up to it.
Break yourself, fool!
I never really thought about what that cougar could do to me, but I reached back and punched it in the face.
Break yourself, fool!
Hansen said he ran with Bailey back to his truck and retrieved his shotgun.
Break yourself, fool!
He said the cougar continued to act aggressively, so he shot it in the face. in Omaha, Nebraska. A family visiting an Omaha zoo received an unwelcome gift from a Siberian tiger who decided to mark the humans as part of her territory.
I am delivered!
Skip DeBusk said his wife and 2 children were visiting the Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium in Omaha last week when they decided to get in close to the Siberian tiger cage. Usually the tigers and lions are napping when we visit, but this Siberian tiger named Nika was active, DeBusk told the What Up Doe Show. So this is why my wife decided to start recording the tiger. She got our kids up as close as possible they could see. Well, Nika decided to mark her territory as well, and she peed in their face. My wife and kids were in the wrong place at the right time. They got drowned in pee-pee. The bus said the tiger spray soaked his family and got into his 4-year-old daughter's eyes.
You blind, baby.
But she was not injured.
You blind, baby.
Everyone got a really good bath last night in tiger pee.
You blind, baby.
In Birmingham, Illinois, Manor is offering $10,000 to anyone who can set him up on a date.
Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player.
That leads to a relationship lasting at least 6 months. Rin Luyu said he created DateRin.com after going on 30 dates before the last 10 months that failed to result in a happy relationship.
Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player.
Yu's website has an entry form for people seeking the $10,000 prize to submit names, biographies, and photos of potential girlfriends.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
He said the person who connects him with a woman who becomes his girlfriend for at least 6 months will receive the prize. It's pretty simple, the site says. I save a ton of time on finding romantic prospects and going on bad dates. You make a bunch of money for something you might have done for a friend just for fun.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You know what, Mr. Yu? I'm going to be real with you. First of all, if you got 10 grand to throw around like that, you shouldn't have a problem getting a date. But if you really, really, really want to meet somebody, I know somebody that would be willing to take you on a date.
These nuts. Got him. Got him.
And if you didn't see that one coming, you need a smack in the face.
What up, everybody? This is your girl, Keish, host of the Relationship Handbook Live, and you're tuned into my boy T on the What Up Doe Show. What up, Doe? What up, Doe? It's the What Up Doe Show.
In New York, New York, an audience member apparently caught up in the illusion of live theater at a Broadway show stunned onlookers by trying to charge his phone on stage. Cast members and theater goers at the showing of adult puppet play Hand to God said the man climbed on stage after the start of the show and attempted to charge his phone in an electrical outlet. The moron's attempt failed, as the outlet was a non-functioning part of the show's set, and workers quickly arrived to unplug the phone and make an announcement about not using the set for charging. Well, where can I charge it? The moron was quoted as saying. How about up your butthole, nimwit?
Got him.
And it is now time for a What Up Doe closing commentary. I don't know how to start this, man. I can't lie, this kind of bothers me. I have indifferent feelings about it. But the Bill Cosby saga has had an interesting twist, and it's not going in his favor. The same words that he was praised for a little while, he took a little heat but mostly praised for his comments about black kids and how they dress and how they carry themselves and his moral high ground that he took is what was used against him in court for a judge to release something that Cosby had been hiding all this time. See, I couldn't figure out why. I couldn't figure out why now. And the judge said, well, thought about all that stuff he said, this moral high ground he took, and now he's telling us everybody's lying when he's hiding something. So let's show you what he's hiding. And what he was hiding, of course, you know by now, is the fact that he admitted back in 2005 to drugging women for sex. Now, it's vague. He doesn't say that he did it unbeknownst to the women. He doesn't say he was drugging them without their knowledge and then having sex with them when they were just drugged up and didn't know they were having sex. He didn't say that he raped them. But with the allegations at hand, it doesn't look good. Of course, he could have been saying that the women knowingly took the drugs. He just liked having sex with drugged up women. So he let them know, hey, if we're going to have sex, I'd like to drug you up first because that makes it better for me. I don't know, but it don't look good. Bill Cosby was one of the hugest stars in the stratosphere, not just black, but period. He's done everything. Had a great movie career back in his day. One of the premier stand-up comedians in the history of American entertainment. Had a kids' TV show, the Fat Albert cartoon, which was a huge hit. Had one of the biggest and longest running television shows in the history of NBC Network. He was the epitome with his TV show of what a black family is. He was the first person to put a functional black family on television. Spinoff from his show was the first show to show black kids in college. And now this. Now it comes to this shameful end. And a little bit of it hurts. I wasn't happy about his comments that he made while he was wearing some funny looking outfit about how black people should dress, when he was certainly not dressed in an attire that I would condone. I partially agreed with him, but I didn't think it was the way he put it was tactful. But I still didn't wish this kind of an end to such an illustrious career. But his legacy is now forever tainted by this revelation. Bill Cosby, I hope we can all one day remember you for the Jell-O Pudding Pops and the Fat Albert Kids and the Cosby Show and those cool movies you did with Sidney Poitier. For those that didn't see him, A Piece of the Action and Let's Do It Again with Jimmy Walker. Great films. Go check them out. If you haven't seen them, check them out. They're classic. They're classic cinema. Classic black cinema. At a time when black people really wasn't doing film. You know, we wasn't getting a whole lot of action back then. And they were getting a piece of the action. No pun intended. Well, pun intended. But Bill Cosby, I'm ashamed of how this ended. Shameful to know that you were doing this to women, if you really were doing this to women. I'm not a celebrity. and I don't have to drug women to get some. I don't think you had to either. And I think it's appalling that you felt it was okay, even if they were okay with it. That's all I got, man. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Big up to my man, Latone Heart. He does a show called The 730 Show. You can hear that on Spreaker.com, Stitcher.com, and iTunes. Big up to Dino Red of the Red Rock Podcast Network. He does a show called The Shiznit Show, and you can catch that on Stitcher.com or visit theshiznitshow.com. Big up to Lavinia. She be show enough. She does a show with her cousin, Bajetto Rising. Their show is called Just Thinking Out Loud, and you can catch that on Stitcher.com. Also, big up to my man Spirit G and his sister Storm. They do a show called Hoopla on the G-Spot Podcast Network. You can catch that on the GSPN.com or also on Stitcher. Murray Riley Jr., the Sky Shout Radio Podcast Network. He does a show on Stitcher.com called Stump and Shout Radio, and also what's his other show? Night Moods. He does. That's pretty cool. Jazz show. He has a good taste in jazz music for those that are jazz buffs. Also, big up to Gil Laurie of the Onyx Truth. You can catch that on Stitcher. And last but not least, Enrique Black of the 5 Minutes Away podcast on Stitcher.com. That's all I got, man. I'm running out of breath. Big up to all my people out there listening and all the other podcasters that's listening. Make sure you check out The Unusual Suspects. We will be off this week, but next week we're having a big show. It is the Battle Royale between the winners of the first 3 shows. It will feature Kip Clark, Latone Heart, and Ricky Hines. That's all I got for today. Peace out. Press your crease out. Keep the police out while I bust his niece out. And I'm out of here like last year. Peace.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
What up, though?